on the same side. We are God's people. How blind they are. That is a division. If you cannot sense that, you are already too far away from God. You are controlled by dark spirit. So that's why we need to rebuke or just tell people, hey, we are all different. You may right, I may right. You may wrong, I may wrong. What does that mean? We are not perfect. That's why we have to honor Jesus Christ. He's the only perfect person and perfect God. In the way we can be together in one body. So let's turn to Philippians. This is Philippians, oh no, Ephesians. Yeah. Chapter 4 is talking about unity in the body. Okay. It's talking about practicality, or we can practice and discipline ourselves. How to be united as one body, how to live in harmony. Verse 2, always be humble and gentle. Always be humble, meaning what? What does that mean to you, humble? I am Lord and you are. What does humble mean? Always zip your mouth. Wait until your turn to say something. I know you have a lot to say, but you need to wait. What the Holy Spirit convicts your heart to say to your brothers and sisters. And gentle. Use, clearly Jesus said, Jesus' teaching is in the Bible is what? To learn. Of his what? Meekness, humbleness. Use gentle word. Instead of you're saying, you! Is it a gentle word? Yes, it is. If you lower your voice, would you? Okay, verse. Yeah, just continue. Be patient with each other. Why does Paul say be patient? Because you and I are different. There's nothing I can accept from you. There's not even one I can respect. Because we're sinners. We're imperfect. So be patient. Someone is using harsh words, someone is misbehaving. Always reflect them of yourself as a mirror image. I could be that person anytime, anywhere. Okay, and making allowance for each other's faults because of your love. Accept the difference. Forgive them because we are not perfect. Make every effort to keep yourselves united in the Spirit, binding yourselves together with peace. For there is one body and one Spirit, just as you have been called to one glorious hope for the future. Again, he's emphasizing in verse 5, there is one Lord, one faith, one baptism. one God and Father who is over all and living through all. See, this is what we have to practice in the church. We need to be patient with each other. Embrace one another. Forgive their faults. Not to mention about it. Just give them a big hug without saying anything. It's not necessary to point out. Because we are not perfect. We can be. We cannot understand whole culture. No, that is our limit. We have to admit that. What is lacking in me? In the way we can accept Jesus' teaching. In the way we understand why we need Jesus Christ in our lives. First of all, He's a creator, right? He made us. He created us in His image. And He wants us to grow spiritually up to His knowledge. To know Him who He is. By the power of the Holy Spirit, by the help of the Holy Spirit, we can learn, we can grow, we can be patient, we can be gentle. We can accept others' faults easily. Rather, we just point out and judge. In front of their back, we just complain. And then we go down to chapter 5. What verse is that? To find out what pleases to the Lord. 10? Yeah. Carefully determine what pleases the Lord. And back in verse 6, don't be fooled by those who try to excuse these sins, for the anger of God will fall on all who disobey Him. You know, sometimes we think we're doing the right things, but from our own perspective, yes, we're doing the right things. But what about other people? We have to always think about other people first. That's what the teaching of Jesus Christ is. Why? Again, we are not perfect. We are not right in all areas of our lives. We could be wrong in every area of our lives. That's why we need to respect others. We need to honor. That's why we are here in the church. That's why Paul says we are in one God, one faith, one Spirit. When we practice in one God, one faith, one Spirit, we can be free, like Jesus Christ. It can be completed until we go to heaven. But until that time, that's our mission. To understand each other, to accept each other. As we are. So that's what is happening in Corinth. Back to Corinthians. So people come to church with all different backgrounds. That's why. The way they act is they cannot accept each other at first. That's why Jesus said, only Christ. So He said here, back to verse 17, Christ didn't